Hi, I'm James Labella. I'm the playwright of Squeaky Fromme Love Song, and I'm the winner of the Rod Parker Playwriting Award this year. So I think a playwright is kind of like an architect and an interior designer in that they sort of have to hold two processes at once, which is the generation of content, which is an emotional process, and then the act of structuring, which is a very clinical one. And you sort of have to be able to hold and understand both of those at the same time. I actually started writing plays when I came to Emerson. I've been writing prose and poetry since I was very little, but I loved theater so much and I loved writing so much that it seemed like a logical thing to combine them when I came to college. So Squeaky Fromme was a member of the Manson family. She was not a participant in the Sharon Tate murders, but she did very publicly try to assassinate Jerry Ford. And the trial that followed was sort of notoriously campy and difficult for everyone involved. And the play concerns a young man whose brother commits suicide right around the time of the trial and sort of follows his spiraling out of structure and out of religion as his friend similarly spirals with a potentially religious pregnancy she's experiencing. I wrote this play a couple of years ago. I was reading a biography of Squeaky Fromme and also thinking a lot about the way narratives sort of crystallize off of each other and refract off of each other, and what a post-structural narrative might look like. And I think specifically how that might be reflected on stage. The most challenging aspect of writing a new play to me is the structuring. The content generation, the writing itself is quite easy, especially I feel like I'm a very young person, it's an emotional process, but structuring requires you to take such a clinical look at the story and at narrative itself, and really requires you to step back and look at the piece as a whole. It's something I'm still learning to do. I think the most rewarding aspect of the new play process is it's sort of like, as a writer, you're always trying to put into words that which is indescribable, and when you find the right words, it's like cutting through water, like finding the right rhythm and the right words, and that moment when you know that you've chosen the right words, and it's almost divine. It's a really special moment. So applying for the Rod Parker Playwriting Award and for NewFest is a fairly straightforward application. You're allowed to submit 2 scripts. You submit them without your name, along with a title page with your contact information, because the readers read the scripts blind. You send them in about September, and you hear around December. After the play is chosen, there's a reading that happens in December. After that, you take winter break to do rewrites, because in the readings, things come up and reveal themselves about the play. I got notes from my playwriting advisor, Andrew Clark, and from artistic director, Annie Levy. We cast in January and started rehearsals then. The structure of the play has stayed relatively the same, although certain things have changed. There's a song in the show, and the song has changed to something a bit less esoteric than the initial choice in the script. Something that was unexpected to me about the process was how readily and how generously the script has revealed itself in the moments that I think are really significant and strong, and in the moments that needed more interrogation during my rewriting process. I think really through the generosity of the people in the room. After the initial read-through and with the notes of Annie and Andrew and Joe, it was really quite clear what needed to be worked on. I think that new play development is really vital to the landscape of contemporary American theater. The fact that Emerson Stage is participating in this process and giving students an opportunity to learn it through NewFest is really important. Come see Squeaky Fromme Love Song March 12th through 15th in the Greene Theater. Tickets are available at emersontheaters.org. I hope to see you there.